It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got... The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
380, run!
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Fights through him. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get this out past the 35-yard line. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On second down, it's Taylor. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You look at this Steeler defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On first down, Justin Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
2nd and 10. Herbert now. A short throw pulled in by Woods. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied. Like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. To the air again, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Ram. Go.
Now it's Herbert. Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 2 overall pick in 2016 from North Carolina, Mitchell Trubisky.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception ball. Turtles already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So on 4th down, the Steelers going to bring in Braden Mann to punt. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. They go play action. Trubisky. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he'll get it right back to Washington. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. But hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 2nd down, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more management play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. Shoves him aside. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with an amazing diving catch. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're...
He's got a man, complete. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Mingo. 75 yards, and the Colts have taken the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
From the 24 now, here's second and a yard. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Now this throw caught left side. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Open man, that's the tight end fire move. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Again, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing in the shutdown role so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And the possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Now Austin. And now out come the Steelers. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They go play action with Trubisky. Got an open man, it's Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. That throw finds
finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there, with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And this is back to a 5-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to the air. Herbert on second down. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And the defense almost got one there, partner.
It could have been his first pick. He's been good so far, but you're right, that was nearly a costly mistake.
Sometimes you get a little bit too confident when the game's going along as it has been for him.
Herbert throwing again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Juju Brents. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Mitchell Trubisky and the Steelers offense ready to go to work once again. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Trubisky. This one finds Austin out right. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. Pushing through the contact. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Herbert. Finding Pierce on a crossing route. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Let's go. Set.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Austin. And he's out right at the 25. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Running left, it's Warren. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's 3rd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come. Back now here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Here's Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture of the AFC. The Trubisky.
Going to come up with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Gets this out wide to Pickens. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Trubisky's throw complete there to Johnson. And Johnson going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this to the 26-yard line.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Trubisky to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it. Don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Davis now to return it. Powerful running.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down, 10 yards to go. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And
he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So here's Trubisky and the Steelers. Down 21-16. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Throwing now is Trubisky. That's going to be caught. It's Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The clock stopped. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 10. Trubisky to throw. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
Here's 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Trubisky. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. This one came right down to the wire.